Alright, let me get down here. Now, I got it in front of me is a tiller. It's a small one, it's a front tine. This one here, actually it hasn't been used that much. I bought it off of somebody, and the first thing he said, and I asked him, was how long did it sit? And he said it sat for a couple of years, but the gas was in it. He said it would run without, as long as you would spray starter fluid or something inside, and it would keep running, but then it wouldn't, wouldn't come out of the tank. So most of the times when I buy these, the push mowers, ride mowers, anything like that, I normally have to just add in on the cost of just picking up a carburetor. It's a lot easier. But they do make a solution that is a carburetor dip and comes in a 1 gallon can. I don't know where you can find it. I had it a couple years ago, but it had like a strainer inside of it. So you would pull the strainer out of it, and then you'd set the carburetor down in it, then set it down in, and close it up. And you would let it set overnight. And most times it works. But to clean them out, sometimes they clean out really well if it hasn't been sitting a long time. Sometimes it just takes a lot to do it. So by the time I would buy the carburetor cleaner, the stuff to clean it, it's about $4 or $5, and then I don't know what it costs in the can. It's been a while, like I said. But by the time you buy that, I could just get an aftermarket carburetor off eBay, and that's what I did for about $20. So what I'm going to do today is just change it, and I'll let you guys see. It's a real simple change on these things. You only need three types of tools and a pair of pliers so I can pull the clamp off for the gas, and then 2 wrenches. That's it. Okay, now here's the carburetor. Now what I did, I went online and I took the serial number off of this and I typed it in the computer, and it came up with a part list, and I actually found a part list, and then I went back and made sure that I got the right carburetor for it when I went to eBay to look at to put it in the eBay site and then print it up. So it took about 3, maybe 4 days something to come in, but I'm gonna have a good carburetor on there so far, and then I'll be able to roll tiller with this thing and no problem this year. But just remember, when you sit these, maybe use a little bit of something in the gas to keep that gas from breaking down, because it kind of turns into like a tarnish, and it just messes carburetors up. And this one here, of course, you get your carburetor here. Same thing, same carburetors on there, and then of course all the other little parts that come with it. Now you can order these. I found them on eBay, or Amazon, that everything was together on it. But it really doesn't matter to me. I mean, I just try to pull out something that's the right, pretty good price. But this is an aftermarket, folks, so you know what aftermarkets are. And I've never had any problem with them. I put them on plenty of mowers, even the ones with a gas tank with like a push mower. You know what I mean? Some of the older ones, just replace them in gasket. But they give you the gaskets and everything that you need to put this together. So everything's in there. So we're going to go ahead and switch it over. So okay, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and remove this cover right here. This is the air cover. And I have 1 wrench right here. And then there's another wrench to take the carburetor off. But okay, you can see here's the air filter here in the back. Then we got 2 screws inside of here that needs removed. Some of these are a little tough here. See, it's a little tough pulling that out, but it's coming out. There's another one back in here. Now there's a gasket. Just fell off. Screws. There's also a gasket back here. You see there's a gasket behind it. Okay, we'll just move this hair off to the side, and then I've already pulled this clip up here, but there's a gas clip here for the gas, so I'm just going to pull this up and then get this gas hose off of here and move it back a little bit. Okay, now all I do is take off this screw right here and this one over here. Could be a little irritating there. So get that pretty tight. Okay. Tight back in there. That's coming out. Here it comes. Yeah. It's got something on there, maybe to keep it from backing out. Okay, now there's a spring here, right here. This way, there's a little tiny spring right there. There's my bolt. Okay, here's your carburetor bolt, and there's also a little gasket. Look, goes in behind here, like this, and then my other bolt, and it also has something on to keep it from backing out. So, might want to watch that. Okay, here's the carburetor, and you can see they're basically identical, same as the original one. One just, I would say, you know, Briggs on it, where this is just an aftermarket one. The only difference I've seen in the two carburetors would be this here, the inlet for the gas. So I think I see difference. So what I gotta do, I gotta put the choke in this. So that was really simple getting that out. Well, let's see what we can do here. Back, and it's not too bad to stick this back on there. I have this piece here. Of course, it'll place in here like this. Okay, that's where it goes. Now, before I do that, I want to make sure I'm going to hook these two springs up, because it's a lot easier when I hook these two springs up now than it is to try to hook them up later. We got a really small one here, and we're going to hook that up first. Okay, and then there's the bigger one, and then just tilt it a little bit, and then kind of latch it in. So we got that all set up now. So on the back of this, there's a gasket on the back, and then of course the new gasket's right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and put right up on there. Get the screw started here in the front. You just want to start it, and then start the screw in the back here. That should have slid right in there a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, they're pretty tight because of that little bit of a sealer or something they put on these things so they don't back out. So they're going to be a little bit tight, which that's good to do that. That one. This one's going to be a little tighter. Go. Okay. Make sure gas line there's there. Hook up. Hook her back in there like this. Got a little clamp here. Bring it down there. I'm gonna end up changing this. I'm just gonna put a new rubber hose on it. Now we have a new gasket. Should be a new gasket for this. It's not. Yeah, well, they have one here. I'm just going to go ahead and use the old one because it don't matter. And then two small screws. And then we need one for here. And that's going to be put in with the wrench because it goes back in there. Oop. And then we just got to add gas to this and we'll get it started. Now, air cleaner don't even look that bad on this one. Look here. There you go. Okay, there you go. Full choke. Just need to get some gas and put in it and see what it's going to do. Okay, the gas is in it. Let's see what it's going to do. Choke it. Okay, there you go. Now, like I said, this is a aftermarket carburetor. Bought it off eBay. Gave around 20 bucks for it, and sometimes it's a lot easier just to replace the carburetor on it. You can see it took a few minutes here and there to kind of fiddle around with it. You know, it took me a little bit longer than I thought because where I'm at, I'm not, you know, sitting someplace doing it, a nice little table or a bench or something, just doing it here on the ground. But other than that, you know, you could pick these up. Very inexpensive if somebody doesn't want to mess with them, but just go ahead and put a carburetor on them. You know, because the time you buy the cleaner or the carburetor dip, you're putting about the same amount of money it is just a carburetor. Now, I ordered it, they shipped it to me, so I didn't have to go get and spend the gas to get it. So if you buy a carburetor cleaner, it might cost $5 or $6 for a can, but you got to drive there to pick it up too. So you're going to put money out for gas. I have not had any problem with the things that I've fixed so far by these aftermarket carburetors, and they seem to hold up very well. You just take your serial number or your model number off the tiller or the mower or whatever you're going to replace that carburetor on, and then put it online, and then put in behind it like maybe your number, model number, and put carburetor beside it, or model number with a or spark plug beside it. Just kind of match it up, and then sometimes it'll just bring it up automatically. But I did find on this website, one of the websites actually came up with all the part lists for this tiller, and I thought that was pretty nice. But this tiller hasn't been run very much. Whoever owned it, I think it was an older gentleman, and he said he only used it a couple times, and I believe it because the tines on this has still got paint on them. If you're using it for a couple years, you'll notice that when you look for these tillers, how much wear. The tines will wear down on them, so that's how I kind of look and see how much wears on them. So I pretty much knew it was just going to be a simple fix, something that was sitting around, and that's why I went ahead and picked it up. So I'll be able to use this in between some of the rows once I get my garden tillered up and get my plants in. This will be a lot easier to handle to get through the rows. So, okay, easy fix. Check it out, and thanks for watching.